So let's see what we did. There are 2 slides that follow. And basically, there are 7 interaction points on each slide. And they kind of go through the journey that a customer might have. In this case, it's with Sage. So this is as though it were your journey with Sage. So from sales, from advertising and marketing, it's in the red box, by the way, through newsletters, to websites, to the phone experience, to ordering, to rebate or giving a refund. And then I'll go on to the second half of the journey in a second. But let's just dwell on this page. You can see that, for example, in terms of the sales effort, sales is in that functional box. Yes, I understand you've got to sell to me. I understand you've got to be efficient, but, I expect it. I expect it to be right. I expect it to be on the money. But I'm not going to be wowed by it because you're a salesperson. But that's fine. You just got to do the job properly. Advertising, marketing. Would you please not spam me to death with email marketing? Would you be selective about choosing what it is, which messages that you should be giving me? Because frankly, the experience I'm getting right now is grim. Newsletter, much, much higher. Solutions Magazine and the sort of newsletters that go with that sort of offering. Informational, educational, helpful, constructive. Gives me as a customer the option to think about whether I need to look at this now or later. It's much more within my own control and domain. The website, and so on. You get the idea with the interaction points. Now, the green box is what the customer is saying, that's what you are saying, is the importance of each of those experience points, those interaction points. The blue is the amount we deliver to that. So in the case of sales, for example, we're there or thereabouts where you would expect us to deliver. In the case of newsletter, we're smack on where you would wish us to deliver. In the case of website, there's a gap. In fact, we have lots of work going on our website at the moment to make it easier to navigate, to make it a better experience for the customer. But the reason there's a red box and an MOT, which stands for moment of truth, around phone, is that here is a big enough gap, and the phone element is so close to nudging into that wow territory that it's worthy of further exploration. And what you're saying to us here is actually the phone system is important. We need to be able to get through. And ideally, we would like to speak to somebody immediately. And we do not want to speak to an IVR. We do not want to have a menu of choices. We would like to speak to a human being who has got knowledge and experience and can give whatever our query is, whether it's a support query or a sales query or an admin query or a credit control query, whatever it be, instant, knowledgeable resolution. Now, that's very interesting to us because clearly we're not delivering anywhere near where our customers wish us to deliver. And it's therefore an experience point that we need to work very hard in order to make up. And it's the degree of the gap that's important. Now, obviously, as a business, we could, and I'm sure if some of you were here this morning for Brendan's talk, Brendan talked a lot about the economics of actually running a business like Sage, where we have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of customers, and where we're trying to look after their needs and to make sure that we keep the pricing of the contracts that we offer at a level which is manageable by the customer, whilst balancing the cost of all of the technicians and the experts that we need to have manning the phones in order to be able to provide this service. And that's a difficult balance. But of course, we could quadruple the number of technicians that we have in the business and be absolutely able to guarantee 24/7, 3 rings, or your money back service. But we'd have to charge for it. And those dynamics are dynamics that we are experimenting with right at the moment to see whether customers at their option would like to actually choose, obviously it's optional, to choose to pay more to get the kind of service that gives them instant access to Sage. In time, instant access to a team of people who know their business intimately well. Why not? Personalize the service even more so that it becomes an experience which feels great every time you experience it. So if I go on to the second slide, there are 2 more touch points worth noting. And you see this is the rest of the journey through billing and the way in which the product operates, the wider offering itself, the service contract and how that's organized, the technical support, and so on. And here you'll see that we have two interaction points which are definitely in the wow zone. And we don't deliver against either by a marked amount, which was a huge wake-up call for us. Now, the product functionality one, it's a slight misnomer. It's the Strativity terminology. What that actually means is usability. What customers are saying is, if you were only able to make the products that you offer us so easy to use, so intuitive, so sensible, so understandable, so simple, whichever sophisticated kind of company we are, doesn't matter, we all like things that are easy to use and easy to follow, then that would be brilliant. Then you could wow me. Instead of which, we are clearly piling more and more features and more functionality and more offering into our products, which customers either don't necessarily want or actually find irritating. Change for change's sake is no good for customers. Customers want consistency and ease of use and usability. And that's what the research is saying, and it's saying it very powerfully, and yet we don't deliver against that. So we have a massive focus on usability internally. I mean, this research has given us the ability to steer our research and development teams embracing usability to the nth degree in order to make sure that the products and the services that we offer our customers are absolutely as easy to use as they possibly can be, intuitively easy to use. And then the last moment of truth for us is the area of technical support, where we're delighted to see technical support as high as it is in terms of the aspiration that our customers have. If you could only deliver here, we would be wowed. But yet we don't deliver well enough. It's not bad. We're halfway up the chart, but it's not good enough. We need to find ways in which we can resolve more calls first time. We need to find ways in which we can provide technicians with the right expertise to you first time, rather than you getting bounced around. We need to make sure that we have access down to the lowest possible level. We need to give you more choice as to what kind of support offering you would like to have. We need to give you more control over how you use support. So you choose, you call the shots, you're in charge. Be more flexible, more open. And all of that work is ongoing, all driven by the output of this very powerful research. But you know what's interesting? And there are 14, I think, 14 interaction points. Of the 14, they'll be very similar in your own business. Very, very similar. But only 3 matter. If the blue ovals were overlapping the green squares in each case, then we would be wowing you. And because you would be being wowed, you would be more loyal, you would recommend more, you would care about our brand as much as we do, you would do all those things I was talking about earlier. And critically, you would individually, as businesses, purchase more from us. And we know this to be the case. Because those of our customers who are already being wowed by us because of a particular experience they've had, or set of experiences where they feel so great, they, and we know this because we've analyzed the data, they buy not just 5% more from us, they buy 500% more from us than those customers who are in the yellow, who are thinking, yeah, you're okay.